For billions of years, Earth has endured fire, ice, and cosmic chaos. It's been smashed by asteroids, frozen solid, ripped apart by volcanoes, and ruled by monstrous creatures. Yet somehow, our fragile blue planet survived and evolved into the only known world that harbors life. From the birth of the sun to the rise of humankind, this is the entire evolution of Earth in just 10 minutes. Our planet didn't start as the calm, beautiful world we know today. In fact, its beginning was more violent than anything we can truly comprehend. The story of Earth is not just about rocks and oceans, it's about transformation, destruction, and rebirth. Every mountain, every grain of sand, and even every breath you take today is the result of billions of years of evolution, shaped by time, chance, and cosmic collision. So let's travel back 4.5 billion years into the past to witness how this little blue planet came to be and how it transformed from a molten hell into the home of humanity. Each chaotic beginning. About 4.5 billion years ago, there was no Earth, just a swirling cloud of gas and cosmic dust drifting around a young star that would become our sun. As this dust spun and collided, gravity began pulling it together, forming small rocky clumps. Over time, those clumps merged into something larger and early, fiery version of our planet. This baby Earth was a hostile world, a molten sphere of lava, constantly bombarded by asteroids. Volcanoes erupted endlessly, spewing poisonous gases like methane and carbon dioxide into the air. There were no ocean, no continents, and no life, only chaos and fire. Then came a collision so massive it changed everything. A Mars-sized planet named Theia slammed into the young Earth. The impact was catastrophic. Chunks of molten rock were thrown into space, and gravity pulled them together to form our moon. That's right, the moon was born out of violence. Over millions of years, Earth began to cool. Rain fell for the first time, forming the planet's first oceans. Steam from volcanic eruptions condensed, and comets carrying ice may have delivered even more water from space. Slowly, our fiery planet became a watery one. The first signs of life. Around 3.8 billion years ago, the ocean stabilized, and within them, something extraordinary happened. Tiny molecules began to combine, replicate, and evolve. These were the first living organisms, simple, microscopic, and fragile. These primitive microbes didn't have eyes or limbs, but they held the blueprint for all life to come. They lived deep underwater, protected from deadly solar radiation by the thick atmosphere and the ocean itself. For nearly a billion years, these microbes ruled Earth. Then, about 2.4 billion years ago, one group of bacteria, cyanobacteria, changed the planet forever. They developed a new trick, photosynthesis. For the first time, living beings could use sunlight to create energy, and in the process, they released oxygen. At first, oxygen was toxic to most existing organisms, but it slowly transformed the atmosphere into the breathable air we rely on today. This event, known as the Great Oxygenation Event, cooled the planet dramatically and even triggered the first global ice age. Earth freezes over. The once warm world turned into a frozen sphere. Ice covered the oceans, and glaciers stretched all the way to the equator. Scientists call this period Snowball Earth. Yet, even under the ice, life survived. Tiny bacteria clinging to existence near underwater volcanic vents. When volcanic activity finally released enough carbon dioxide, the ice began to melt. Earth thawed, and a new age began, an age of continents, oxygen, and increasingly complex life. Rise of complex life. About 1 billion years ago, single-celled organisms began to cooperate, forming multicellular life. These early creatures led to the first plants, fungi, and simple animals. Then, around 540 million years ago, life exploded literally. Known as the Cambrian explosion, this era saw the sudden appearance of countless new species. Creatures developed shells, limbs, and eyes. The oceans teemed with trilobites, worms, and other strange forms of life. But as evolution thrived, the planet itself remained restless. Continents drifted across the surface, colliding to form supercontinents like Rodinia and later the mighty Pangea. With each collision came earthquakes, volcanoes, and new environments for life to adapt to. Mass extinctions and beginnings. Earth's history is not a steady climb, it's a roller coaster of creation and destruction. Throughout its 4.5 billion year story, our planet has faced at least 5 major mass extinctions. The first came about 440 million years ago when rapid climate changes and glaciation wiped out most marine life. Then came others, the Devonian, the Permian, the Triassic, and the Cretaceous extinctions, each wiping out a huge portion of Earth's species. The Permian extinction, often called the Great Dying, was the worst. Around 250 million years ago, intense volcanic eruptions filled the air with carbon dioxide, heating the planet and poisoning the oceans. Nearly 90% of all life on Earth perished, but somehow a few species survived and evolution began again. Dinosaurs. From the ashes of extinction came one of the most spectacular eras in Earth's history, the Mesozoic era, or the Age of Dinosaurs. Roughly 240 million years ago, the first dinosaurs appeared. Some grew to unimaginable sizes, like Argentinosaurus, one of the largest land animals to ever exist. Others became terrifying predators like Tyrannosaurus rex. During this time, Pangea slowly split apart, forming the continents we recognize today. New ecosystems emerged: lush jungles, deserts, and coastlines teeming with life. The air was warm, oxygen levels were high, and life flourished. But the reign of the dinosaurs wasn't eternal. About 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid more than 10 kilometers wide slammed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. The explosion released energy millions of times greater than a nuclear bomb. Tsunamis swept across oceans, wildfires ignited around the globe, and dust filled the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for years. Temperatures dropped drastically. Plants died, food chains collapsed, and within a short time, 75% of all life, including the dinosaurs, vanished. THEAGEOF mammals. With the dinosaurs gone, a new chapter began. Small, furry creatures that had once lived in the shadows of dinosaurs now had the freedom to thrive. These were the early mammals. Over millions of years, mammals diversified into countless forms: herbivores, carnivores, and eventually primates. Earth's landscapes changed too. Forests spread, mountains rose, and ice ages came and went. Around 6 million years ago, in Africa, a new kind of primate began walking upright. This was Sahelanthropus, one of the earliest human ancestors. Over time, our ancestors developed larger brains, made tools, and learned to control fire. About 800,000 years ago, fire became humanity's first great technology. It provided warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food, which in turn fueled brain growth. THE rise OF humanity. By 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, modern humans, had appeared. They began to spread across continents, hunting, gathering, and adapting to every environment from frozen tundras to tropical jungles. Around 10,000 years ago, humans discovered agriculture. They learned to plant seeds, raise animals, and settle in one place. Villages grew into cities, and cities became civilizations. The Earth, once ruled by natural forces, was now being shaped by human hands. Then came a rapid chain of progress: the invention of writing, the rise of empire, the discovery of metal tools, and the growth of trade and culture. Humanity began to transform the planet faster than any species before it. About 250 years ago, the Industrial Revolution began. Steam engines, factories, and machines powered cities, creating a new age of technology and innovation. But it came with a price: pollution, deforestation, and rising carbon emissions that still threaten Earth today. Earth today, and indeed tomorrow. Today, Earth is home to over 8 billion humans. We've reached the deepest oceans, walked on the moon, and begun exploring other planets. Yet, our planet faces serious challenges: global warming, melting ice cap, and loss of biodiversity. But Earth has proven time and again that it's resilient. It has survived asteroid impacts, volcanic winters, and mass extinctions. The question now is, will humanity learn to live in harmony with the planet that made us? The evolution of Earth isn't over, it's still happening. Every day, continents move, species adapt, and new ecosystems emerge. In the grand timeline of the universe, we've only just arrived. The story continues, and the next chapter is up to us. From cosmic dust to conscious beings, Earth's story is nothing short of miraculous. It's a tale of fire and water, chaos and rebirth, extinction and evolution. Every mountain peak and ocean wave holds a piece of that story, a reminder that we are part of something ancient and extraordinary. So, next time you look at the sky, remember that everything you see, from the clouds to your own reflection, has been shaped by 4.5 billion years of change. If you enjoyed this journey through time, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with anyone who loves science and history, because Earth's story is our story, and it's still being written.